Hello everybody, welcome back. Omega Given here. We are doing a reading of all of the announcement stuff from A Township Tale, which is really just the cosmetic update, but that's okay because we love cosmetic because of lore. So let's get right to it, guys. Let's go on over to my desktop view. Right here we have their their phrase or summary of the season, which is the townfolk. Okay, the townfolk take a walk down memory lane to commemorate the past years, supporting and being a driving force of the town. For each of you, from all of us at Alta, it's our turn to say thank you, and we look forward to what the future holds. So that's what we have from Terana. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but okay. So let's go on over to the tavern, which is the fun part. It's all of the cosmetics. So what do we got here? We have, let's look at the first one. The Garms of the Reliable. The Garms of the Reliable. There were once tales told of humble people that would do honest work to help the locals in need. It was said that they were a trusty and hardy people. The sort one could rely on in tough times. Ah, and what a time it was back then. It's an anniversary exclusive. Got some nice, armband. Ooh, some pretty cool looking, what do you call that? Gloves and a pretty cool necklace. If you like necklaces, so go try that out. If you like that. All right, what's the next one we got? The Lost Soul. There isn't much to be known about the first people who founded the township. It wasn't their generation that made the discoveries used today, nor did they pass on epic tales or long kept wisdoms. They were at best basic craftsmen, but it was the seed of an innate desire that made their people overcome adversity and evolve. Where nothing material lived on, their spirits persisted in the mission to start anew and live by one's own rule. So this is actually a really good lore exclusive, because oftentimes in some of the lore, we kind of think that, oh, maybe the townfolk came in and took over this land from like maybe the Hebios or something like that. But this description kind of says otherwise. It seems like they're very basic craftsmen. They weren't warriors or anything like that. And they're, they weren't too special. They just came in, discovered the land, and settled it. That's basically all they did. So it's kind of an interesting little lore point. At least that's where my understanding lore is. If somebody disagrees or if I find something different, let me know and comment down below so we can correct that kind of stuff for future videos. All right, what do we have now? We have New Bounds. It was a beautiful day when they awoke. The sun and sky granted them a parting spirit. Busting from their room, they danced down into the kitchen to greet their mother, whom had long awoken to prepare meals for the day. Today was a special day. After all, don't forget to stop by the tavern. They stocked some more preparations for the two of you. Gah, I know. That's where we're meeting in the first place. Can I go now? Don't be so hasty. Don't be hasty. This is an important journey for you, and don't take it lightly. Listen to what Lyra tells you. Interesting, we got a name of Lyra. They smiled and held their mother in a tight, warm embrace. Go, get your things. We'll see you again at the town gate before you leave anyway. As they began to leave and step through the front door, backpack in hand, they felt arms wrap around them once again. One more hug couldn't hurt. This is Alta anniversary exclusive. So kind of basic looking stuff. We got a little like wristbands, but kind of fun. And I kind of like that little vest there. But what does this mean lore wise? So this is kind of an interesting piece of the lore. I almost have to go to the lore board to understand this a little bit better. If I am not wrong, which I probably am, this kind of resembles a little bit of how I think there was a period of the township where they sent out like diplomats or just people to go explore and bring new knowledge back to the township. And this kind of seems like an instance where maybe these young people right here, I'm inferring young because there's a mother and they're still living in the house with their mother, so I'm just saying young people maybe like would have a coming of age where they would go and grab their things to travel, and then they would meet at the front gates, town gates. There's gates at the township at that time, apparently. Maybe they were busted down and we don't see them today. And they left and maybe ventured out. So that's kind of an interesting little lore piece. I actually like this piece, the New Bounds piece, because there's a little interpretation in there. There's room for interpretation. Ooh, we got some real cool ones coming out here. We got the Fresh Beginnings, seemingly enchant seemingly ancient clothing that brings remembrance of a time when the town was smaller and simpler, when the first townsfolk accepted their place in their world. They no longer felt lost in this deadly paradise. Interesting. Deadly paradise, they call it. Instead, they took this opportunity to start again with fresh beginnings. That's very interesting. I think this is a new item. I don't know if I've seen this a description before. With smaller and simpler. It's kind of interesting how they use the word deadly paradise, because it didn't seem like it was deadly when they first started, like, settled the township. So I wonder if, like, this is like after the age of like battle of some sort. So like it was a paradise and then it went to battle and everything and then it came back. So that's kind of interesting. I wonder. Now we have the commemorative belt, a highly decorative belt fashioned with an unusual symbol. It's believed that the symbol represented an important group of some kind. It's the Alta symbol. I do like it. It looks really cool, I gotta say. Like, if you don't like the symbol, it's still really cool. Just like the belt, like with the band around it and everything. Ooh, this is kind of fun, the trusty jacket. I like this one. Just a good old trusty jacket. It feels that this jacket has been with you. No matter the adventures or situations you found yourself in, you can always count on this jacket to be there with you, with and for you. Kind of a fun jacket. Nothing too special with the lore there. We got the flower hat. I feel like we've had this one before, kind of like recently actually. The first people to come here were a humble and festive folk in their appreciation for this land and its beauty. They wore this commemorative flower on their head and reveled in each other's company. So this is another instance of the first people of the township were not actually that war oriented. They were actually very simple people that were more joyful. All right, the hefty gloves. A pair of robust, hardy gloves that will save one's hands and arms from the scraping and bumping of most cumbersome objects. That's kind of cool. I like the gloves because they extend. It looks like they extend all the way down and around. That's kind of like fun if you want like long gloves with like no sleeves or maybe over sleeves. Who knows? And then we got a villager necklace neckwear. Necklace once commonly worn by the old town folk with no effects. An item perhaps in need of a newfound sentimental value. So basically very basic, nothing too fancy. But that is what we have this week from Alta in their February rotation, or the early February rotation. So if you guys like this video, please give it a like, and if you like hearing the lore and stuff, yeah, subscribe, because we do lore quite a bit, but not as much, but we'll probably get back into lore at some point. We're just kind of waiting for some fun stuff to happen with lore. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.